content while you are here. Go ahead and hit that like and that subscribe button and go ahead and share this content with someone else. You all know Malika B is going to keep it popping, keep it fabulous, keep it fierce while we are here on this channel. So go ahead and share it. I would really love it. I love the support. I'm working towards getting to 100 followers. We're getting close, but we aren't there yet. Eventually we'll see 1,000, then 10,000, then 50,000, and one day we're going to see 1 million followers. I believe in that wholeheartedly. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It is Malika B. I am here with another unboxing and a fashion talk. I'm really going for some glamorous runway fashion. As you can see, I have on the top, and it's pretty cool. You know, it's pretty eccentric. It's definitely giving va-va-voom. It's a little reminiscent of 90s runway culture. For those of you all who are like really into fashion, this is by Quaidon Editions. This is by a husband and wife team. I think it's Hongla and Leah Dickley designed this top for their 2020 runway line. I was fortunate enough to be able to find it, like the last one, at Farfetch. Just when I first started shopping at Farfetch, this was my first purchase. I really like it. It's comfortable. It's like, ooh, a little distinctive, you know, because it has the built-in like cups. If you all are familiar with like Madonna in the early 90s, late 80s, she used to wear these bullet bra, cone-shaped spherical bra. I loved it, and I was a little, you know, teenage, young, maybe I might have been elementary school, 5th grader, like, you know, Muslim girl who just loved fashion. And I was like, one day when I grow up, I'm going to have a Jean Paul Gaultier bullet bra, like a spherical, conical shaped bra. Those are actually back in, and so you can find those on Net-a-Porter, and Jean Paul Gaultier actually brought them back. I think they're like about $6.95, something like that. And then they have ones that are made with more structure that are probably over $1,000. Those are back. But also, if you are looking to support a black designer who still has a similar aesthetic, you know my favorite designer is Christopher John Rogers. So he makes a bullet bra and a bullet bra bustier and like a bralette corset type of top, and he has them in like a spirulina with neon colored. He has them in black. And I'm not sure if there's a white one, but I know that when he does pre-orders, that's just a frequent part of his line. So check it out. I'm going to get to this unboxing. I've already given you my little outfit details. I'm doing a little too much, just a little bit, you know, it's kind of like Western runway cowgirl kind of thing. But I have a beautiful necklace that is hand-beaded from Guatemala on, and some brass hoops. Keeping it real simple. Makeup is like soft glam, simple, you know, a little Pat McGrath on everything because that's my favorite. And let's go ahead and get into this unboxing. I love Proenza Schouler. In addition to me really being a huge fan of Christopher John Rogers, that's what you're going to see on my page a lot, is the particular designers that I love, the ones that resonate with me, the ones that make me feel excited, the ones that just give me this vivacious energy. Like, y'all are feeding me. I'm already hyped anyway because I love fashion, but what you're putting out is what I love. So the piece that I have is a Proenza Schouler yellow fringe dress. You might have seen this style by Carla Welch. She's a top stylist for celebrities, and she actually dressed Tracy Ellis Ross in this dress probably like some months ago, and it was on her page. She's dancing. There's a video of me dancing, her dancing. I'm just hyped about the dress. You know, it's just giving all of the good vibes and the good energy. But I spotted this dress on Runway show. I, you know, love to look at the Runway show. It's a favorite pastime of mine since I was young. And I happened to catch the Proenza Schouler show, and something just said, sit down and watch this because I'm sure it's going to be something that you're going to like. It was full of color. It was full of drape styles. It was full of like animal prints. It was full of fringes and tassels and really cool stud buttons and, you know, just pleats galore and like bubble skirts, bubble hems. You know, there were sleeves that had like ties up on them with buttons that kind of allowed a ruching and a draping on the sleeve. There were so many things, and they played around with fabric, texture. The dress I have has mad texture, like all across the bodice. It's like this, like almost, it's not scratchy, but it's just a nibbly texture. When you feel it, you look at it, you can tell it's a high quality luxe knit, you know. And that's really what I'm going to do. Like, if it's not going to be a silk knit or an ITY soft knit, I want it to be a really good dense quality knit. For me, I'm a fabric snob because my mom is a designer. It just makes me feel like I'm paying worth in fabric when, you know, because I'm a fabric store girl. I'll go to the fabric store. I know the fabric that the designers are using. I've always known it since I was a kid. I want to make sure that if I'm buying it, it's worth it to me, because I'm like, I already know how much that costs per yard. Don't be trying to sell me no polyester, especially like, you know, it's okay. But this is the boucle knit piece, all right? Let me give you a little bit of details about Proenza Schouler. It's a New York-based women's wear and accessories brand, and was founded in 2002 by designers Jack McCullough and Lazaro Hernandez. And they actually met while they were studying at Parsons School of Design, and they just kind of collaborated together on their, what became their brand. They used their mother's maiden names. You have Proenza and Schouler. For a long time I was saying Schouler because it's SCH. You know how English language is a little bit on the weird thing, but it's Schouler, like school. I was saying Proenza Schouler, whatever. But they got featured in Barney's. They got their whole line brought out. Barney's does not exist anymore, but you know, no, does it exist anymore? Does it exist anymore? I don't know, but they had a lot of racist stuff, so I don't even care. But, you know, they've been winning CDFA awards. They won them in 2004, 2012, I think 2013 as well, and they've won quite a few. I think a total of about 5. They won some Vogue Fashion Fund awards. They won a Swarovski award for their ready-to-wear line, and they also have really beautiful handbags. They're very structured, you know, they're very like large. They have beautiful clasp on them. It's distinctive. And it may follow sometimes like a traditional style of a bag, but most of the time it doesn't. I'm not saying they're like oddly shaped bags, but you can tell this is not a Louis, Dior, Chanel. If you're looking to expand into a different category of fashion, if you want to explore other designers, then this is the channel for you, because I'm going to find everything else that everybody else is not wearing. And just because that's what speaks to me, but also because like I'm not trying to look quite like a repeat of everyone else. So Proenza Schouler is my way of doing that, because I know, like, you know, unfortunately, most of the girls down here in Atlanta, they're not wearing Proenza Schouler, they're not wearing Christopher John Rogers. It's just not catching their eye, but it catches mine, and that's what matters the most. But this line for spring, summer 2022, they were inspired by, I guess after the pandemic, they went to Hawaii. Yes, I know that Hawaii has some issues going on with colonization and with visitors coming and staying and buying up all the property and taking things away. They went, they got inspired, and they left. They did not stay. So, you know, understand the locals, well, you can come, but you got to go home, because they want to have that island to be protected. But they got inspired by Hawaii. A lot of people find inspiration from different towns, from their travels, and they were inspired by the color and, you know, wanting to live again in vibrant, vivid color. So they were able to present this show. This was last year. I think it was like September 8th at New York Fashion Week. They also presented a new handbag collection, you know, during that time period. But the colors were vivacious. They had, you know, all these skirts that had these swishes on them, kind of reminiscent of a hula grass skirt, but it was tiered, like layer. There's going to be one tier here, one tier at your knee, and one going to your ankle. And they had them in gray, white, black, yellow, which is what I'm going to show you all, and like an orange color. And they also had red skirts that were all in that similar. I have my eye on the red skirt. I don't know if I'm going to get the red skirt because I'm not supposed to be spending anything else, but I have my eye on it. I have my heart on it, and sometimes that's just what makes a lot. Like, okay, let me get it for you. I'm going to make it happen for you. And that's okay. But let me get to showing you guys this piece. Let me just get it up out this box. This is from Net-a-Porter. This is my Proenza Schouler boucle knit fringe 3-tiered maxi dress. And I'm just going, oh, look at this yellow. Okay, makes you want to break out and sing that Coldplay song. And it was all yellow. Yes, it's all yellow, minus the black chandelier tiered. These are just so pretty. They're so heavy. There's literally no way that I'm going to show you. No way that this could have been sewn. Yep, it's reinforced. You see that it has to be reinforced because it's that heavy. There's so much weight to it. You know, it weighs down the garment. But these fringes, you got 3 layers. And I'm short, so I'm trying to give you the full view. Woo, look at that. Like, it's magnificent. I'm so grateful. I'm so, like, thankful. I'm so excited to be able to have this piece. Like, this was a dream piece And you all know me on my channel. I have shown you guys my little knack, my blessing as I call it, for finding amazing designer pieces, runway pieces, high-end pieces, or mid-range pieces on sale, on clearance. I'm not saying I necessarily share how I get them, but it's not really that hard. But you got to be one of those girls who get it to understand if you're a little on the obsessed side with a fashion piece, you're going to be doing some work. I'm not talking about like monetary career work. You're going to be doing some work in order to find that piece. You're going to be scouring the internet. It's a dedication and a devotion of time to find something that you really love and to get the price the way that you want it. It requires patience. It requires, you know, faith. You have to really believe that it's for you. Sometimes stuff is going to come in a year. It may come in 2 years from now, but it will come. Alright, so what I'm going to do is come back with this on so you all can see what I look like in this beautiful piece. Like, I want you to see it. I have to share my excitement. You got to see this dress. I'm going to sit it down. So hold on. I will be right back. Just 1 second, okay? So you always want to avoid getting makeup. I know I look crazy, but if I have my makeup really, really done, you want to avoid at all costs getting any makeup on an outfit, especially if you're trying it on in a store. If your outfit, especially if it's lighter colored, makeup stains, makeup ruins. Oh my god, I got pants on. Why do I have pants on? I forgot. That's okay. You want to do that to avoid any issues. There we go. So, I have on my Proenza Schouler dress. It's gorgeous. I'm so excited. Like, you don't understand how excited I am for this beautiful piece. And to find a piece that speaks to me, that resonates with me, that is just, oh, chef's kiss, artist kiss, designer hug. Like, that's what this feels like. And it's not just because, oh, it's designer, anything made. The reason why I feel weird is because I have the hang-up tie wrapped around my armpit. That's why I feel weird. Okay, anyway, it's not just because it's designer made, it's because it's something I would wear. It looks like something I would want to dream about being in. Something vivacious with accoutrements and tassels and fringes. I mean, good. Like, come on, we're supposed to get like Tina Turner. Rolling, rolling, rolling on the river. Oh. Like, I feel like Tina Turner, Cher, Donna Summer. I mean, wow. Wow, wow, wow. It's amazing, and I'm like so grateful. When I have these beautiful, fashionable pieces that come into my life, that happen to become a part of the collection of beautiful things that I have, I am always filled with the utmost gratitude. I'm Muslim, so there's a saying that says, you know, if you are grateful, I will increase you. If you are grateful, I will give you more. I am a firm believer in that. What you are grateful for, what you appreciate. I appreciate that I have shoes. I appreciate that my parents had shoes for me. What a lot of shoes. My gratitude grew into me being able to have more things that I love. Just basic gratitude. Wake up in the morning, I'm grateful the sky is blue. I'm grateful that I have whatever, breath in my lungs. But I also feel very grateful and fortunate to have pieces of fashion. And if you think that's a little like, I don't even care what you think. Let me just tell you that one. At the age that I am, you got something like non-positive to say or be like, oh, that's frivolous. Fashion is not frivolous. And not for those who are fashion collectors. Just like I love science and I love ecology. I love all sorts of things, and they're all very, very important to me because they make up who I am. You know, fashion is a part of my life's mission, is to be, not just to be dressed beautifully, but to be dressed authentically. To be really stepping into the power of who I am. And that happens when I can wear things that speak about who I am. They tell a story. You know, I love a good designer story where they get to tell you about how they arrived at their collection. Look at me, I just can't stop touching it. They talk about their collection, their inspiration, you know, the stories, the hurdles, the trials and tribulations of what they've gone through to produce these pieces. I live for someone else's story. Like, I just love hearing it. It only makes me, as a collector, a fashion collector, and as a someone who has designed my own collections. I don't necessarily call myself a full-time like designer, but I've designed my own collections myself. Hearing that story makes me just want to support your dream and support your mission even more. Take the time to go listen to a designer talk. Sometimes they have those panels where they speak and they talk about, you know, their history, how it was in college, if they went to the design school, or if they're self-taught, they'll speak about the journey. You know, even speaking about how the pandemic impacted a lot of the design world. Listening to that makes you feel more tender towards their journey, to be honest. I have a lot of construction going on in the neighborhood, so if you hear all these excessive sounds, it's not really much I can do about it. I'm going to say hey to the new neighbors when they all get here, but there's literally like 12 houses going up right now, and it's just noisy. So I apologize for that. But listen to the stories. Listen to their journey. Believe in what they have put out, because this is their artwork. This is their life's mission. This is their dream. You know, like I'm wearing someone else's dream right now. This piece that I have on, somebody dreamed this up. Someone sketched this up. Someone had this, they could have woken up out of their sleep and said, you know what, I'm making the 3-tier yellow shirt, boucle print at the top, and I want to put some chandelier beading on the sleeve. I have to make it happen. I'm like, oh no, it's too heavy. I don't know. We're going to find a way to reinforce it. What about, like, somebody woke up and said, I'm going to design this. Just like somebody woke up and said they're going to design your specific type of pair of jeans with a certain cut, with the 3 buttons that has the waist that's folded over to the side. These are dreams that we are wearing. So take your fashion more seriously. If you are of the fashion kind, I'm not really speaking to people who don't like fashion like that. If you're, you know, on the negative side, you know, thanks for watching though. But I'm not really like trying to veer towards kind of hype the people up who are already excited. I got my click clack. I mean, this is like, like click clack. We click clacking. Click, 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 click clacking. Like for real. But I'm excited. I'm grateful. I'm so honored to like share this and to show you these pieces so that you know that fashion is attainable. Fashion is for everyone. There is some fashion that is for every budget, every price point. And there's fashion for every size. It may be difficult for select sizes if you're very, very, very petite and short, demure, little. Even though it's easier to find, it depends on the stature of your body. It's also harder to find if you are plus size. If you are, you know, someone who has a more voluptuous body. And even when they make stuff that's plus size, it's not always cut for all plus size bodies. And I'm not sure if that's a way to make a one size fits all. It's probably going to need to be cut in particular. You know how jeans have slim, short ankle, slim, tall, slim, regular. Then they have what's called husky slim. You know, they have all these. They need to do something like that instead of just, and I don't think that, you know, I've never used the word husky. I think that's offensive in my opinion. That's like calling somebody a dog to me. But I think that we have to diversify fashion, because I know there's probably someone who's a size 24. You know, and I'm like a size 4'6" now. Thank God. I'm not a 0, no 4. More like 4'6" down here, baby. But you know, probably a 2 up here. But I'm a 4'6" finally. But I know there's someone who is probably a size 24 that would love to wear Proenza Schouler. And I think that Proenza Schouler goes to like 14. And I think that probably needs to be reformed. Somebody needs to make sure that there are more sizes from these designers. I do understand, as a designer myself, that fabric costs money. The average consumer does not ever really think about it, especially when it comes to the whole pricing thing. They're like, oh, why should it cost more? You know, it costs more because we use 3 more yards of fabric for this dress to make sure that it's going to fit a variety of sizes. You understand what I'm saying? Here's what designers can do to prevent sticker shock, but also to prevent people being offended by saying, oh, well, it's gonna, you know, people think of it, they call it a fat tax, you know, we're like, you're saying that it costs more, you know, well, it does financially cost more to make outfits of certain things, because that's just smart, that's just basic intelligence in a fabric store. What you can do is just charge everybody the price for the extended size garment. Everybody should get that price. You make a little bit more money, you know, as a designer, and nobody has to know. Just roll it into the price. the price that, you know what I mean? Like, it's just part of the design world. People go, oh, that's not fair because I should. Who cares at this point? We're trying to expand into the fashion world and make sure that everybody has access to beautiful, high quality pieces. It shouldn't just be that people who wear, you know, sizes past size 16, 2X, 3X, 4X, they shouldn't just have to wear stuff that they don't like. I know there are a lot of designers that are smaller, like small businesses, small brands that are catering to that size, as legging companies. But what about, like, you want to wear a beautiful dress like this, or you want to wear something else? There should be access, and I'm asking the fashion world to consider making extended sizes. As a petite woman who stands only 5'2", yes, I wish I was tall enough to be a model, because baby, I would have been out there. Let me not even start. But as someone who is diminutive in stature, I still think that, because even still, there are designers who think that my size 6 hips and pants, that I'm getting hippie to them, and that their pants, they might not be, they're like, oh, well, that's a medium. When did a 6 become a medium? But who knows? It's just the way the sizing industry is kind of going right now. I've gone off on a tangent on that, but I want you to focus on resonating in your power, in your authenticity when you dress. I'm all about intentional pieces. I'm about design. I'm about, like, literally tailored details. Do you? I'm gonna just step up close. Look at the texture. Can you see it? Look at the texture. Look at the texture. Like, look at the beads. Look at them. Alright, I'm going to try to pull this up. There you go. Look at these. Can you see them? Excellent quality fabric. Gotta pull that back down. And it just feels good. It's almost like it's supportive to the stomach a little bit. Supportive. It feels excellent. It's like a little warm because it's a little warm in my studio office, but I feel good in this, and I definitely feel like this is a piece that I would wear well into the fall. Maybe I'd even wear it, you know, like in November when it's cooler. I could put a black leather jacket with this, with some black pumps. Probably not black pumps, and I don't think platforms. I would wear this with some kind of heel, some kind of boot, you know. I have a yellow boot that is from Mista, the company. But it's not quite this yellow, but I'm sure I could get away with it. They're called the Noor boots. Right there, they're very beautiful, and I just really love them. I love this dress. I don't know if y'all just understand how excited I am about this dress. Ow! Ow! This is from the Spring/Summer 22 collection, which means that it came out sometime in like December, January. It ended up going on a great crazy clearance in August. Look out for those sales. If you're looking to find like great designer pieces, you want to check the companies and the brands that put these designer pieces on sale. Everything isn't unattainable. Some stuff you just got to save up a little bit more for it. And you know, if you're responsible with your credit, you could even use like a firm recliner. As long as you're actually going to intentionally pay that off, you could do that whole pay in 4 option where there's no interest. As long as you're going to pay that off. I'm only recommending that to people who are certain, you know, that they're going to do it responsibly, because, I mean, who has time to be stressed out with your fashion purchases? Anyway, I'm Malika B. I want you to step into your power. I want you to be excited for what you have. I want you to be grateful for what you have. And I want you to dress authentically. Be yourself everywhere. I don't care if you're at the grocery store. I don't care if you're in a board meeting. Show up as yourself. You don't have to code switch all the time. Show up as you. Don't let anyone convince you that you need to shrink and be diminutive because you have a big personality. You don't even have to have a big personality. I'm like a introverted, hype, excited, artistic kind of person, but I'm selective. I feel very comfortable on camera actually doing this and with select people, but I'm not just going to be like the hype, total hype of the party unless it's in a particular environment. That's me, but I'm going to show up dressed as myself, present myself the way that I want, regardless of what people say. Did you know there was a time when I did not dress authentically as myself? Yes, me. There was a time when I was young and I was so affected by people's opinions and the negativity they had to say about me being a fancy girl. Whoa! We're gonna record that again. That was crazy. What was that? Okay. Did you know that a long time ago I used to be affected and influenced by other people's opinions, and I let it change the way that I dressed? Me, yes, me, the woman with all these dresses and clothes and colors. I used to be affected in my early 20s, probably really early 20s, late teens. I moved to Atlanta, and you know, I'm surrounded by so many different people that are older than me, and I came as myself. I'm colorful, I got my cute stuff on, lipstick, nails, purple, blah, 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 just all this stuff. And I'm vividly expressing my likes. I'm grown, I'm in college, I'm about to be really cute and artistic, you know? And people said a lot of negative things to me, and with me being young, and I felt like I probably didn't have enough support, I was away from my family, I allowed that to affect how I showed up at gatherings. Maybe I'm gonna do this, maybe I'm gonna dress like them, maybe I'm gonna wear different colors because I don't want them to say nothing to me. I don't feel like arguing with somebody. I don't want to feel bad. I don't want them to make me, like somebody even said, what if my husband sees your nail polish on your toes? What if my husband sees you? And I'm just like, what? What? You're worried that your husband's gonna see my nail polish? It's just nail polish. It's just purple. I'm sorry you don't paint your toes. Go paint them. And if you don't believe in painting them, whoop-de-doo. It's people. It was just the dumbest thing. And I remember being so young, and I was affected by the things people said. Like, I was not like, girl, please. I was like, oh my God, no. You know, but that just speaks to having to grow into your own power. You have to step into who you are. I think being widowed really turned me up, but I was already doing what I wanted to do by then. But I was widowed at 25, for those of you that don't know. And I had 2 small kids. Very difficult scenario for me. Oh my God, this is open. Whatever, right now. But I was widowed at 25. It was a difficult scenario, very difficult situation, but I found myself healing through art. I found myself healing through self-expression. And the way that I express myself helped me to hold on to what I felt was shedding from my identity. I'm not this wife, I'm not this young married couple anymore. I have to get to know myself all over again. And my style went through so many different iterations. Like I'm dressing, I used to dress like rocker chic emo. Can you believe that? I was a little rocker chic emo, a little grunge. And I was kind of like very boho at one point in time. I won't never be boho again. I don't think this is boho. But that's one style genre I'm just not going back to, period. And, you know, I went through my sporty phase, sporty stylish. I went through my J. Crew preppy, you know, Jenna Lyons phase. Just in discovering what I like, but I've kind of arrived at that I'm meant to dress a little bit more fancier. And I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with showing up in something really beautiful, like cascading, rippling dress. Why not? Why should I not show up in that? So I'm asking you to show up for yourself. It's not even about showing up for the world. I'm really speaking to people who have been affected by public perception, who have kind of felt afraid to shine, for people who have felt like they couldn't be in their full power because of their circumstances or the people that were in their circle or what's around them, because people do say slick negative things. They could be your friend. They'd be like, ugh, why you do too much? We already know what you gonna wear when you come to brunch. Like, why are you even doing that? Who told you to do all of that? It's just lunch. I mean, if I had known you was gonna do all of that, then I would have dressed up. Then dress up, bitch. Dress up. I'm sorry. You know, like, oh, here you go again with this old fancy shit. I have literally heard all of those things by people who are so-called friends. We know she about to come up in here trying to think she the queen. Here she come. Like, so many negative comments. Keep your mouth shut. If you're dealing with jealousy like that, just shut your mouth up till you get your heart right. Shut it up. That don't mean be a silent hater, but just be like, oh, I'm not saying something nice. Let me fix the way that I feel about this scenario. I don't look good enough. Or maybe I have an aversion to people who I feel like are showing off, when really this is my personality. If you're my friend, you know this is me. I'm not trying to do this for nothing. I'm finally showing it to the world. But people who love color and dressing up in style, they do it for themselves. It's not for you. It's never been for you. It's never been for the public approval and public appeasal. It's for your soul. It brings pleasure to your soul. So I just ask you to take that step and to be courageous and brave with your fashion. I ask you to step into your power, to do some inner work. And I'm going to do a class on this about fashion and inner power and self-expression. I'm actually working on that right now, so stay tuned. But I really want you to be authentic in how you express yourself. If you've wanted to dress a certain way for years, but fear stopped you, it's time to shine. It's time to step into yourself. So I'm sending you love. I'm sending you joy. I'm sending you so much excitement. I'm Malika B. Thank you for watching my channel. And if you can, please like and subscribe. And I would love if you could share the content with someone else who loves fashion and who wants to step back into their power, or who already is in their power and they just love discussing brands. Thank you so much and have a marvelous day.